Hello friends and welcome back to another episode of Timberborn Permadeath series, season 1. Learning a lot. This is my first season of doing any content creation for YouTube, and we're learning a lot about what these game settings need to be for future videos. Certainly not 100 days of nice water, and definitely not 130 days that we've currently got it set to. So we'll work out the ratio to bring that down, maybe up to 50 days of nice water and 80 days of bad tide. I don't know. We need to work on that for future videos, but we're going to focus on this video. Look where we've got to. We were only allowed to use one source of water, that's that central piece, because we banned aquifers. They are too easy, it's not a challenge, it goes against what we're trying to do. So no aquifers, which means this is the only water source in the map that we have available to ourselves. You join us in bad tide, it's only 37 days. We have 3 reservoirs full of water. I'm pretty confident that we're going to see ourselves through this one with not a problem. So what does that leave us doing? Well, on the very long previous episode, we started to build a new colony or district. And that district is going to supply us with endless amount of metal. We're going to need a lot more metal. I'm going to build another large reservoir at the back to feed that district, but there's going to be a bit of a crossover where I'm going to be expecting the beavers to deliver water to them until we can get that working, because I'm going to need that metal in order to build the scaffold. If you know from the previous episodes how we built those other reservoirs, we built very large scaffolds to make them work as efficiently as possible. We're also going to need a lot more wood. I can see we're at 1k logs at the moment and the storage is full. So we can add more storage and get them to carry on with that. I'm not too worried because I can see the oak trees, they're growing. Yes, the beavers aren't doing anything with them, but we don't need to worry about that just yet. So let's jump in and focus on our new district. And that new district is over here. Let me just bring this up so you can see it. This is all it grayed out. We have our housing, we have our food, and our water storage. We are going to redivert the bad water so we can have nice clean water down here supplied by the reservoirs. Then, because we have our metal facility, we have our treated plank, we're going to need pine, we're going to need oak, and we also have normal planks being created to make into treated planks. We're trying to give this colony everything it needs to survive with water. We will bring minor farmland here as well. I have just thought that I've got nowhere to store the rusted metal or metal anything. We should probably be building metal blocks here as well. I mean, it would make sense that we were. Maybe that's something that we can build around here once we've used the dynamite and blown that out. First things first is we need to work out a way to get the beavers here. And now that's going to be done underground through our network of tunnels. They are currently building this. There we go. Let's blow that out. And let's continue our path all the way through here and underground. There we go. Oh, how are we going to... that? It's not going to work. Okay, we need to do that. Okay. Now the beavers are prioritizing this build mainly because we need to get there pretty quickly. So we're just going to make it a priority, and they should do it pretty quickly. I'm going to ignore the power right now. As you can see, the power lines running over the top of our tube, and that comes from these really large wheels. I mean, I've got a lot of them. They're producing 9,000 power, but look how much we are using. What, that 7,000 mark? We're going to need to increase this pretty quickly. I'm amazed actually that's not as producing as much energy as I thought it was going to, but there you go, that's where we are. It's going to be really interesting in 7 days how much water they use on this, because I'm not changing anything. I'm letting this just run. I'm going to see how it works. We created this irrigation ditch around here as well on the last episode to get us more food. We added some adult beaver pubs and beaver areas, but they're not working because extract isn't getting here because I'm not getting this out fast enough. I'm doing a lot. There was a lot of loose ends on the last videos. We were not getting enough bad water to make extract, to make dynamite, which was causing a slowdown on the build of the reservoirs. So we've increased the amount of bad water pumps, and we need to get this connected, which it isn't. I think there's a gap under here, and I've got to that really awkward stage of this build where I have to build. When you build these underground, it's really awkward. You've got to build one, you've got to make it priority. Then they'll build that, then they'll blow that, then you build another one. They're doing it now, look, so they're going to build this, then they'll blow that, then I need to build another one. I've got some maps where I have created the most ridiculous networks you could ever believe, and I always say to myself, I should just build a tunnel at the side of it to just speed this up. I never do. And I always end up in this situation. But once this has been connected, then the bad water will start to flow, which means the dynamite and the extract will start to flow, and these pods will start to produce. And I've got to be careful because there could be a huge population boom. Not so much worried about the water, I'm more worried about them starving to death. I don't think I'm going to be producing enough food to keep them all satisfied, so we've got to be a little bit careful there. Right, let's go back to what we were focusing on over here. Our new district. I am also going to start mapping out this new reservoir. Now I can go up another 8 here before we hit the ceiling of the map. That puts us there. We just build a little staircase there. Is that right? If this isn't right, it will drive me crazy. That is in line with our pump. Oh my god, I was so far off. I can't get a good view on this. That's not helpful. Okay. My line is there, and that is 1 up. My line is there, which is 1, 2, and it's the 3rd away from that post. Oh my god, I was so far off. There. If I don't get this right, my OCD will kick in and just get it right first time. That's... No, don't do that. All my water will fall out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Looks like I'm going to start creating the same problem I've got here. I've got 6 pumps here. I'm going to want 4 pumps here. And then I'm probably going to want 2 pumps here. The trick is to get this filled enough where these can kick in and start to fill this one, and then get this one filled up enough for these 2 to kick in. And then increase the same amount every time. So we're going to put another 2. Why can't you do that? No. We're going to put another 2 pumps in here, which has messed up my path quite badly. So we're going to do that there, and that there. There we go, that gets around that problem. Okay, that's gonna work great. And then we start with, let's start by putting one, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right. And now this has got to go up. Come on. This is, oh my God, what's going on? It's terrible. Am I at the top of them? Oh, hold on. I was going to say, I honestly, I thought it wasn't letting me go higher. I'm like, I couldn't be at the top so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the 8th should be the block down here that lets the water in. So if I build that depth 6, yeah, that's right. That's the new height of the next reservoir. How much will this let me go up? Oh, hold on, this is letting me go way higher than I thought. Okay, so I can go up to there. Okay, we could build another level. I don't think we're going to on this journey, but we could get another tier of reservoir out of this. It's interesting. I do enjoy my reservoirs. If you haven't learned that about me yet, I do like a good reservoir. And I like putting myself through misery to build them. And this whole... No, I'm doing this wrong. I don't want the rise to be here. I want the rise to be over there. How am I going to work that out? Oh, this is hurting my brain. This is hurting my brain. I'm not building the reservoir here. I'm building... This needs to be a sluice. Not a sluice, an aqueduct that takes the water out of this. That way. And then I need to build my reservoir over there. Okay. Aqueduct mode. We're going to go into aqueduct mode. But at least I got my... thing worked out. I want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4 in line with this one, which is there. That's there. Which is there, which comes through there. Okay. And this needs to be 1 lower than the top run. Just so you can stay along, we're building one of these. We're building one of these water aqueducts, And that's going to go across here. That's what we're building and trying to work out right now. And they're building it so quickly. What they can do is destroy this. I don't want to... No, I want to destroy that. We don't need that. Okay, so we need... This needs to go down one. And then this is going to go across 4. And then we build that like that. And then we come forward. I might make this one a little bit more complicated, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 2 3s, a 1, a 4 across. Oh, 1 off. Two of those. 2 of those. Then, instead of doing one of those, what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these. And then it's a 4 across. And then it's 6s to have another 4 across. Do you know what? I might be setting myself up for misery here. I'm going to give myself a little bit more space on these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself not 4, I'm going to give myself 5. And that will give me an extra pathway to route power, tram lines, whatever I need. To the reservoir, which I know I'm going to need because I need power to get the pumps working. So let's build... That's where my water goes. Let's make it waterproof. There we go. And what am I going to do here? Because where do I want this reservoir to be? I definitely know we're going to run it across the back. And it's going to be very large. Let's... Okay, I don't want to mess around with that. You can always extend this later. It doesn't... As long as you're careful extending it later, because extending it means you've got to potentially cause what happened on the last episode where I drained all the water. What I really should be doing is creating safety gates, and before I do anything stupid like blow a load of dynamite off, is lock the safety gates. So I'm only losing a little bit of water. I'm going to create a sort of... Oh. I'm not quite ready in the game to be building this because that's going to be in the middle of my water. I could build around it, but I'm going to be clever with it. Let's just mark out where we want the reservoir to go first. And then it looks like we're going to, just going to take this whole area. Space is not a problem on this map. I'm being very wasteful in my design, but that's okay. As Bob Ross says, it's my world, and you know, I'll do what I want with it. It's gonna be a monster. Get rid of all that. Kind of needs to be, because this is going to be providing water to a lot of districts on the back here. Needs to provide all of the power, all of the water, all of the irrigation for plants, and be able to withstand 130 days. You know, as the beaver population goes up, this is going to get more intense. Now, this. We are going to make a power tower out of this. And I'm going to make it exit our reservoir. We're gonna... Oh, no. We're gonna divert it like this. And then it's gonna... come out of here like this. How's this gonna work? I need to seal it off. I need to seal it off, otherwise it's just gonna seep out everywhere. Oh, thinking as I go. I need to do that. Then I can create the bridge for it here and out. We need to create metal planks over this. So that's all waterproof now. And then that will seal it inside the path. And then I need to put another waterproof lid on top of it again. Waterproof. Where's the... I might have done this wrong. In fact, I know I've done it wrong. This isn't going to work. It's not going to work because I've got to get over that. Okay. Think. First of all, we need to seal up the water source. Hasn't this got... I'm sure this clan has a way to make it so even in a dry... Seals a bad water source can be open and closed at will. Maintains bad water during droughts. That's really good. So let's put you over that. That's useful because during droughts it will still work. So with that in, that means my power will always work. Now I can't build that there because it's too low. Which means I need to do what I was doing before. Now can I cover it? Yes, I can. So I'm going to cover that. And we're going to cover this. So what I'm doing here, so you can understand, is this is going to be a reservoir with nice pure water in it. And I've got a bad water source in the middle of it. And I could build around it, but where's the fun in that? There's no challenge in working that out. So now I've just sealed it off. So bad water will rise up, come out of this gap here and fall into this bit here. It will fall into this bit here. And I need to seal this up fully. Let's remove all this. Oh, that might be okay actually. It'll rise up, it'll fall into here. It'll rise up, flow down here. We'll seal this path here. That will fall down there. And then all we need to do is add a lid on top of this. And then seal up this. There we go. That bad water source will now flow out of here without contaminating the rest of my water. In theory. In theory. Okay. Well, that'd be interesting to see if that works. Now that's in place. Let's go back to... Let's go back to what we were working on here. So this line here. No. Yes. Yeah. Just looks weird because of the angle. Where is my... It's not there. 5 across. Oh, I'm way far down. And it's everything was wrong about that. Across. Oh, I'm one too high. Ah! 2, 4 across. There we go. And getting closer. Oh. Okay, do it properly. Yes. Yes. Do it properly. I need a 2. I need a 5 and a 5. And then I need this... Oh, man. I need a 1. I need a 2. I need a... I need a 2, I need 2 5s, and then I need 6s. Okay. And then finally, we're here. Just need a 5 across that. There we are. That means a few things. It means we need to future-proof this as well. Right, if we know that's where it's coming in, then we should be able to work out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should give me 8. It doesn't. One more. Every block counts. There should be 8. That's 8. Okay. That is the height of our new reservoir. Two pumps. 3 pumps. 4 pumps. And we probably won't run them all to begin with. Yes, look at that. That's crazy. That's going to look so good when it's all working. It's going to look so good. Okay. There's 4 pumps there now, because there's 4 here. 6, 4, 4. This is going to need to be 6. Right, I'm going too quickly, but I could get this prepared for later. I should do that. So this is going to have maybe I've got too many coming out of this. 6, 4. I can extend this later. I don't need to worry about it now. But what I am going to do, just because I'm building this, we're going to add another 2. We're going to add another 2 to this for the future. We might not need them. They might just be off. But we're going to add them for now. Which means that's giving us our template to build our extension. So what this is going to be, it's going to be 3 this way, and then 6 that way, and then this will be the same. So it's 3 this way. Oh, that sucks. That was perfect there. I'm going to have a really awkward... Oh, man. Well, that's going to bug me. But... you know what? I don't really have much choice. It's going to have to be like that. And then we build pretty much what we built at the other one, where we have our overflows to stop the water from going places it shouldn't be, and we'll fix that later when it's actually working. I mean, this is going to take them so long to build, like so long. Okay, and then let's make it waterproof. There we go. All in. Now we have to build a lot of levees. Keep that water in. We are seriously going to have to make a lot more oak tree farms. This is crazy. Crazy build. It'd be nice if the developers allowed you to build more than just in a row of 10. For people that are mad, like me. This is so much wood. I thought the other one was silly. There we go. Yes, I've got problems because I've got trees in the way. We'll deal with those pretty quickly. One of those. And okay, that'll do that. Now we need to get some beavers to cut this down. Connect the paths. And these beavers are just waiting for something to build. They're going to regret that want. And then we're going to chop all these trees down here. Okay, oh, we can stop that there. Don't need that anymore. Okay, let's leave this insanity and go and work on something else that's equally as insane, and that is my new district. How are we doing? Oh, wow, yeah, we've got this. I really, really, really do need to build paths at the side of these things. It's just going to take me forever to do it one by one. That's what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do. It's going to take me... Normally I would have the patience, but I don't have people watching to do this one by one, but it takes forever. So I'm going to blow out both of these sides, and then I can just build the tube line all the way through and have a path as well. Oh, and I've done that in the wrong place. That's great. Okay, that's where I want it. These. And make it priority. There we go. They'll get that done. The other one is not as bad. That's over here. So I might just, we're nearly there with this, so I think I'm just going to stick this out. Okay. 15 days of bad water. We have 2,000 food. We have 140 beavers, 13 babies. Bad water's going up, which is great. And 7,000 water. Well, of course, I mean, they're not going to be draining out the reservoir. What's going on down here? Why is all this... Oh. Contamination. It's bad water tide, isn't it? Okay. While all of that's going on, let's go to our next project. And our next project is rediverting this bad water away. So we can have fresh water down here, and we're going to get that bad water, we're going to redivert it out of the level. So you can see some work's already been done. We've got some levees in. Bad water is going to come down here, flow down here, exit out through there. Why aren't you? No. Exit out through there. Let's see what they did. I think this is just waiting for me to blow this up. Okay. Well, let's put it in slow mode and blow this up and watch. Here it comes. The super satisfying part. I need to slow it down more when I do this for you guys. I think I like this game so much because when I was a kid, I used to go to the seaside on holidays, and me and my brother would spend all day digging water channels and making pools and dams and sluices. Funny enough, like this, using I mean, your kids you don't know at the time, but using the runoff from the drains that go into the beach, knowing now that that was probably raw sewage. It's disgusting to think about, but we would spend all day rediverting drain water into the sea, building castles around it, and I think that's why I just love playing this game so much. It kind of gives me that sense of joy I had then. Okay, they'll get that finished, and then that's rediverted, and we don't have to worry about bad water over here anymore. That project will be a success once they build those levees. Okay, so that project's coming to an end. This one here, how are they getting on with that new task? Saying they can't get to it. That's because we have to now keep building. You've got to keep building the footpath. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's done in tens. So when it goes 10 away from a construction zone, they say they will not be able to make it, and then you have to build a path through the tunnel. And then they'll do the next 10, and then they'll say they can't reach it, and then you build the path until you get through to where you want to get to. So we're going to leave those guys doing that. We're going to go and check in on our other one. Okay. I'm just going to hang around here. They seem to be building this pretty quickly. I'm going to hang around here until this is done. And make you guys seasick just bouncing around all the time. Well, there you go. That's how painful it is. I have built huge networks like this, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't do it. It's painful. This is how you should do it over here. This is how you should do it. So if you blow a path, you can blow the path above as well, like we've done here, and they could still build this below it, and that's probably... Do you know what? This is actually... What I'm doing up here is actually a better way than what I'm doing here. But we're going to stick with this plan now, how we're doing it. But you can see we can do the path, and I can just build it like this. And it's just so much quicker. They can build above, so if I connected this path and put it along the top here, they would have done the same thing. And I probably should have done that, then build a path next to it. But we'll do that next time. We'll do it next time. Let's build our power network above here. We are going to need power down here eventually, so we can just bite the bullet and start to put that in now. It goes this way, and then it goes this way, and it goes all the way down there. Look how neat that is. That's going to look great. Okay, we're going to let them carry on doing that, and we'll make it to our new district. They're pretty eager to build this dam. I've got a feeling these beavers love reservoirs as much as I do. They've just really thrown themselves into building this. But in order for us to build this, I need to do some scaffolding support. Otherwise, they're never going to make it. So I spoke on another video about the break. If there's a break, they won't build past it to build this from above. So you have to do these if you're going to build it this way. There needs to be another one there. Then they can do those too. And they're probably going to need another one there, so they can do that. This one's a problem. But we do need to build the extension to the tube network across to here. I haven't quite worked out how I'm going to do that yet. I'm thinking to myself, I probably should have gone 6 across here. Now, thinking about that. But I didn't. So I could do something very messy to make that happen. Okay, what we could do is delete all of this. We still need the path to go around here. And then we can have the path go across here for now. And then we can delete all of this. And then we can build something like that. And then we can make our tube line pick up from this one, go around here. Oh, I need to bring power as well, don't I? Oh, that's fun. Okay, well, I'm going to deal with that in a bit. That's going to get really weird. Okay, well, we're going to do that. And then we're going to come around here. We're going to go up and over that. I'm putting myself in a bit of a corner here. They're still using that path. Of course they are, because they're coming out of that. We are going to have to luckily, does that help? I'm going to go up there. I'm going to go up 2. I'm going to come across there, connect the path through there, bring my power across the top here, and then build I'm going to build inline here, and then we're going to go across the top of this, and then we're going to come through here. Right, let's get that built. There. There. Across here. Oh, this is the this is going to be a really awkward bend. I need to go up 1. Then I need a piece of metal to come out 4. To then allow my tube network to run along here. And I only need 3. And then from here, we're going to go out and bring my power this way. And then we're going to do this. And have this run across here. I know you're screaming right now, what about your overflow? And you should be. We could have the overflow just pouring through here, but that might stop this working. Let's come out 3. And then let's you can tell I'm concentrating, can't you? Because I'm not talking as much. Then we can bring this through here, up here, and then this one can run like that, which is the power. So then the power is going to flow up here. And then this one's going to go up 1, bridge, across. The power is going to go up 2, cap, down to the pumps. Wow, there we go. There we go. That is mad. But boy, is it going to look good when it's done. It's going to look really good when it's done. Okay, so we've got 3 days left until the water comes back. Let's have a look. What's going on? So it was about 37 days of bad tide. And it looks like our 3rd reservoir is now supplying water through the sluices, which are there, into this one. So that means that one's about to empty. And these 2, I mean, they're not full, but they're not empty. They're pretty much at before, and that's with 165, 168 beavers. They are now using this tube line to get bad water to my dynamite factories and the centrifuges to make extract. This is much quicker, so we should start to see, I was going to say we should start to see these having water in, but they're not, surprisingly. That should be supply and prioritize. That's supply. Okay, we'll have a look at that later. Don't worry about that now. They are making dynamite and extractors in stock, so that's good. And a lot of this dynamite is in place. We'll ignore that for now. Let's go back to our development. Okay, another 10 this way. And another 10 that way. Make it important, and we are nearly there. We are nearly there. I'll focus on that. Let's now go back to this. Let's go back to this. We need to make a station at the top for these beavers to come into. Which means we're going to need some scaffolding up here that runs. Oh, I don't even know how we're going to get them to build this. We'll deal with that later. So I need what do I need? Path either side of it, which is that. 1, 2, 3, path either side. I need this, and then I need to go 3 this way. And no, I don't. I need 4 that way. Because we need to drop it down 1. What? Why doesn't that work? Was that an optical illusion? I think it might have been. Oh my. Oh god. Oh no. Losing the plot. What? Okay. Stop being silly. What? There. What? Oh my. Okay. Optical illusion. I'm 1 off, look. That totally broke my brain. That's funny. Okay. How many of you saw that? Let's try that again. I need it to be there. Do I need it to be there? You know what? We'll just make this a bit easier on myself. I'll go this way. And then we'll go 4 that way. No. This way. 4 that way. Filler. I've done it again. Oh boy, I think I'm coming to the end of this episode. I can't think straight. That way. Filler. 4 that way. 4 this way. This one. This should not have been this hard. This should not have been this hard to do. There we go. Oh my. That shouldn't have been that difficult. Okay. There we go. Drought has ended. And I don't really know what I'm doing. one goes that way a little bit. That connects. That connects. And then scaffold that goes off that way, and this becomes our pathway. Like that. And then we need to build our scaffold around the dam. There it goes. Oh, got a massive hole here. Corner piece. In fact, I need to do that there, don't I? There we go. Done that back row. Let's go from this way. Okay. Easy. Oh, what's that? Okay. We are going to have to get that other district online. We do not have nearly anywhere near enough resource to be building something this epic. This is huge amount of resource, massive amount of time. To get this built. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. Let's give them a chance to come at this two ways. Right. Now, I hope none of these beavers have vertigo. Because if they do, they're going to have a real bad time. I'm just creating these little build platforms now, because they won't, if they can't get to the bit below, they're not going to build it. I explained that in another video. There's probably a lot of those areas in this, but I'm not really paying that much attention to it. I don't want to block it in until they've got all these trees. There's no point. Let them cut all those trees down before I do that. But that there has been set up. Now let's go and see what's going on down here. Okay, this is good. We need to, okay, destroy those two, and then we have now made a connection. This is good. What I want to do is bring the power out probably here. So let's blow up this. Where is my... And then we may as well bring that path up there as well. So do that, do that, do that, do this, do that, do that, do this. Okay, so that means we can bring our... I've noticed they're not spinning. So there's obviously a break in the line, and the break in the line is right there. It's all spinning there. It's quite useful animation that they spin when they've got power, so you can find where the break is. I'm not sure if that was intentional or just a happy thing. I mean, they shouldn't spin if they haven't got power, so it was probably just a happy coincidence, but I'll take that. So now power's going to come out here, which means we'll put a little up and down part there. And then into that. And then we've got power from District 1 to District 2. Well, it's not District 2 yet because I haven't made a district cross line, because I need these beavers to start building this first before I do that. I don't want to start a new district up separate. I don't have enough beavers. They'll all die, and I don't really want that to happen. There's no point. I'm not in a rush to build a district. Well, actually, that's a lie. I am in a rush to build the district because I need all the metal to build this monstrosity that I've done up here. One of the things I haven't worked out on this is where the sluices are for this. We could... It's an interesting thought. We could put sluices all the way down here. So when this water comes through here, it doesn't need the pump. So I think we're going to add that change. And then that change is a good place for us to stop this episode. Yeah, that's right. It'll go in there. What that's going to do is when water comes from the other reservoirs, it'll just go straight in, and we won't even need to pump it in, it'll just go straight in. And put the pumps back in. Set these to max, and they all do it. And with that, we are going to call this episode done. Thank you for watching. Hope you've learned something. Hope you've enjoyed playing along with me and this insanity that kind of broke my head a little bit. But until next time, take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and see you in the next one.